Hello, how are you? Today I brought you a delicious recipe, perfect for those who love a snack, want something different for an afternoon treat, and really want to control their carb intake, lose weight. If you're on a low-carb diet or if you're looking to control your blood sugar, you're going to love this recipe. It's low in carbs, contains no wheat flour, no gluten, no heavy cream. You're going to love it. It's delicious and super easy to make. Stick around until the end because you won't want to miss it. If you love easy, quick, and healthy recipes, you're going to love this channel. So go ahead and subscribe. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you get all the updates. I post new videos every day and you're going to love them. Let's get started with our recipe. Remember, as always, the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information will be listed below in the description. So the first thing I have here, actually, let me move this bowl out of the way because I'm going to use another one for now. I have grated zucchini. Zucchini is a very interesting vegetable for us to use when we're trying to lose weight because it's great for those following a low-carb diet since it's low in carbohydrates. It's also perfect for anyone retraining their eating habits because besides being low-carb, it's low-calorie and high in fiber. So it helps with weight loss because of its low-calorie and carbohydrate content, and it also helps your intestines work better. So it's really great. The only issue with zucchini in some recipes is that it has a very high water content. So I'm going to add a little salt to the zucchini here. I'm going to mix it up here because the salt will help draw out some of the liquid from the zucchini, which it naturally contains, so that later we can get a better consistency in our recipe. So at first, you'll do this. You'll add the salt, give it a mix, and it seems like nothing has happened. We wait about 5 minutes and I'll show you how much liquid will come out of the zucchini and then we'll continue. Hold on. Look, about 5 minutes have passed, more or less, and you can already see here, look, that there's water at the bottom. So I'm going to grab my other bowl here and squeeze it so you can see how much liquid comes out of this zucchini. Check this out. Later, I'll show you at the end how much liquid was left. If you want to do this with a dish towel, you can, but you don't have to. I actually think you can get more liquid out just using your hands because you can squeeze it little by little. The most important thing is to get out as much water as possible here to give the recipe the consistency we need. So I'm going to do this here, squeezing out the liquid, and I'll be right back. Just look at how much comes out. It's incredible. I'm going to squeeze it until there's nothing left in here. Look, I put it here and it looks really different. I'll do this with the rest and I'll be right back. Hold on. So look, those clumps I squeezed were even coming apart here. Look at the amount of liquid. So if you don't do this, you'll have to use a lot more flour to get the right consistency. So the 2 minutes you spend on this make all the difference. Now, to this zucchini, I'm going to add the egg. Give it a mix here. Remember, I have a video here on the channel talking about the benefits of zucchini, what happens if you eat zucchini every day. There's also a video talking more about what happens if you eat eggs every day and whether eggs increase cholesterol or not. I'll leave that down below in the description for you. Here, I'm also going to add the ricotta. I'm using fresh ricotta, but if you want to use cottage cheese, you can use that too. If you want to use a white cheese, you can use that too. You can even make my white cheese recipe from the channel, shred it or break it up by hand and use it here. It turns out really good as well and gives the same effect for our recipe. I have videos here on the channel talking more about how to do a low-carb diet, an affordable low-carb, and a healthy low-carb. Because low-carb is not synonymous with eating endless saturated fat. You have to be careful with that. There are a lot of people who do low-carb this way and their cholesterol gets really high. So I'm going to leave a playlist with everything about low-carb down here in the description for you. I'm not going to add salt because I already put salt on the zucchini. And now I'm also going to add a bit of Parmesan cheese here. So you really don't need any salt, otherwise our dish will end up way too salty and you won't be able to eat it. Always remember that too much sodium can cause problems for our bodies. Swelling, cardiovascular issues, kidney problems, and our body gives us signs when there's too much sodium in it. I have a video here on the channel talking about the main symptoms of excessive sodium consumption, and I'll leave that here for you as well. And finally, to give it the right consistency, I'm going to add oat bran, which ends up being a lower carb option compared to oat flour. It has more fiber, so its glycemic index is lower and the amount of net carbs is also lower. So we're going to mix this in. I have videos here on the channel talking more about the benefits of oats. Beta glucan, which is present even in the fiber of oats here in the bran, also helps lower cholesterol. But if you want to use oat flour or even chickpea flour, you can do that too. It will just increase the amount of carbs a bit, but it's still a healthy option. If you want to use flaxseed flour to keep with the low-carb theme, that's also possible. So you can use whichever flour you prefer as long as it's a healthier flour. Almond flour also works, but I chose to make it here with oat bran itself. I'm going to wait about 5 minutes because oat bran also has the ability to absorb some of the liquids. While I organize everything here, we'll wait and I'll be right back to shape it. So I've already got my baking tray here and I put this parchment paper on top to make sure it won't stick. And this is how my dough turned out. See how it even gets a bit firmer after a while, just like I mentioned. So now I'm going to shape them by hand. This dough isn't the kind that you'll be able to roll into perfect balls very easily. You might need to go back and forth a bit to make them look nice. You don't need to grease your hands with olive oil. I don't think it's necessary, but if you want to, you can. Look, your hands might get a little sticky, but that's normal because of the ricotta. We're going to place them here, side by side, and then I'll put them in the oven at 360 degrees. And when I come back, I'll tell you how long it took and show you how these balls turned out. I'm going to taste them because I'm really looking forward to trying them. So hang on, I'll be right back. So now they're going into the oven at 360 degrees, and when I come back, I'll show you how they turned out, and I'm going to taste them. Hold on, I'll be right back. Look, it only took 20 minutes to be ready. Now I'm going to put them on a plate, arrange them nicely, and taste them. Just a moment. They even look like they were fried. Make them at home. You're going to love them. And look at this, how soft it is. Give it a try. Everyone will love it. The smell is amazing. I really want to try it. Tell me if you're going to eat it plain like this or if you'll have it with a spread with some cheese. Remember, I have a playlist here with cheeses, spreads, and pâtés. I'll leave it down below in the description for you too. I also have a playlist for healthy, savory snacks, all made without frying. I've linked everything down below if you need more inspiration. Remember to like the video because that really helps me out, and share it with anyone who would enjoy it or needs it. Let's spread this chain of good together. That's what I want here on the channel. Let's try it. Seriously, it's wonderful. You really can't taste the zucchini because zucchini has a very neutral flavor. So what you really taste is the cheese. Make it. You'll love it. See you next time. Bye.